You love Cleveland, and you already know how much we love Cleveland. You know who else loves Cleveland? GV Art and Design. Everyday fans, you and I wear our pride on our sleeves. Now, you can wear your pride on your chest. GV Art and Design has one of the hottest Cleveland sporting lines. Log on right now to gvartwork.com. Check out all of their fantastic designs. And don't forget, use the sales code FIX10, FIX10, to save 10% on your total purchase. Follow gvartwork.com on Facebook, and remember, GV Art and Design, it's not just a shirt, it's a statement.
Timeout! Okay, guys, Summers really had his bell rung and could have a concussion. I'm pulling him out for the game. Rodriguez, you're in for Summers.
Come on, Coach. It's just a ding. I'll shake it off.
Yeah, he's tough. Plus, we need to win this to make the playoffs.
Listen, we're a team and we need to look out for each other. Concussions are serious. No game is more important than your health.
Take concussions out of play. If you're a coach, know the warning signs and never let athletes return to play before a healthcare professional says it's okay. A message from CDC.
Hey, Cleveland, this is Tristan Thompson of the Cleveland Cavaliers here wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's.
Swing, better, better, swing, better, better, swing. Swing, better, better, swing, better, better, swing. Swing, better, better, swing, better, better, swing. Swing, better, better, swing.
Used to live in the AL East at the bottom of the pile with no chance to increase. But now things change, records rearranged. The tribe's on top now, ain't that strange? They packed the house at Jacobs Field, night after night, cause the wounds have healed. Living atop the Central Division, the eyes enjoy this grand vision. The tribe's alive, the bell is ringing, and all I hear is the people singing.
Swing, better, better, swing, better, better, swing. Swing, better, better, swing, better, better, swing. Swing, better, better, swing. Swing, better, better, swing.
Welcome back in. Final segment of the Sports Fix special holiday best of Christmas edition of the Sports Fix coming your way. This one especially for Indians fans. Of course, we began the show with Tom Hamilton, voice of the Cleveland Indians, and I'm Jerry Myers, voice of the Sports Fix. And coming up next, I sat down with Vince McKee, and we've got the voice of Indians' legendary second baseman from those glory days in Tribe Town, CARLOS BAERGA. When he was inducted into the Indians Hall of Fame, Vince and I got a chance to sit down and spend a few minutes with CARLOS. I'm going to bring some of that audio to you here. Hopefully you enjoy it, guys, and let us know if you do. Facebook.com/TheSportsFix. Tweet with us at TheSportsFixCLE. Email us, TheSportsFix@AOL.com. I'm going to wrap things up at the end of this, but right now I'm going to wrap myself up and bring you CARLOS BAERGA, Indians second baseman from the 90s and Indians Hall of Famer on the Sports Fix.
It is an honor to be part of the Cleveland Indians Hall of Fame, to be number 39, knowing all these big players that played here before, Sam McDowell, Bob Feller, Larry Doby, Frank Robinson, Sandy Alomar, you can name it, Gaylord Perry. It's something special, you know, something that I'm never going to forget about it. A lot of things come to my mind when I got traded here. When I was 19 years old, I got traded here from the San Diego Padres with Sandy Alomar and Chris James, but I never thought there was going to be a career like that. I never thought that I had that kind of talent, to become that kind of player. But thanks to God, the John McNamara, my first manager, made me feel so good when I got here to the big leagues, and he teach me how to prepare myself, how to be a professional inside and outside the field, and it helped me a lot. When to have somebody that had confidence on me, to have somebody that give me the opportunity to be here in the big leagues when nobody, that don't happen that often. I got to the big leagues and I was a utility guy when I was just 20 years old. So he gave me the opportunity to come from the bench, and I prepared myself for that. And then he gave me the opportunity to be the second baseman. It's something special. All the great memories that I have here, going through the bad things and then going through good things. When we lost the 100 games. We was really bad at the beginning, but we still have fans coming to the ballpark in the old municipal stadium that I really love to hit there, because I hit better in the other ballpark ballpark in the new one. And then we came, to the Jacob Field. I think the fans love it. I think the fans love it first, and then the players, because the first game that we played here was unbelievable. I remember against Randy Johnson, having that ballpark pack, and then come back into winning the extra inning. It was something special. So great memories that I have here in Cleveland.
Carlos, let me ask you. You touched on it. Your first couple of years here, the team's struggling a little bit, but you seem to turn the corner right about when that Jacobs era started. Can you feel something going into spring training of 1994? Did it feel like the team had turned that corner? And did you know that, starting that season at the Jake, you guys were going to, turn it around for the better?
The first thing that happened was John Hart made the young players feel happy. When you have a multi-year contract, you have the opportunity just to forget about they had to put the numbers and the pressure. He take the pressure out of us, and I was the first one to sign. Then Sandy, then Kenny Lofton, then Albert Bell. So it was a commitment from the organization, to the players, and we step in the field and we say, okay, we already signed. Let's go, have fun, and win some game, and let's put it together for us to win. And then they bring Dennis Martinez, they bring Ore Herzeiser, they bring all the free agents people here to help us, win, and it was special. We came to spring training. I remember we was so close when the strike came in. We was just one game back, so we was going to the playoff. I know it because it was the confidence that we built in spring training, and then from that signing on, it was something that we don't want to lose it. And then we go there. We start 95, knowing if we got so close, in 94, let's finish it up, and that's what happened.
Carlos, while we're talking about the old times, can you talk a little bit about when you hit the 2 home runs in April of I think it was 93?
April 8th.
And then, if you say so, Carlos.
Yeah.
And then a little bit about, the 200 hits, the 20 home runs, 100 RBIs, first player since Rogers Hornsby. Can you just talk a little bit about
those? Are the 2 moments that I'm never going to forget about it, because the 2 home runs in the same inning, it was a 3-2 against the Yankees, a team that I want to beat all the time, the New York Yankees. And Steve Howe was pitching. I hit the first one right-handed. The second one, if you guys remember, we scored 9 runs in that inning. And Espinosa, that used to play with the Yankees, he hit a home run. He kind of pimped it up like running slow, kind of like that. So I say, I know they're going to try to hit me. So they throw a ball over my head, and I say, well, let's get up. I'm going to swing hard. No matter what the pitch is coming, I'm going to swing. So then I hit a home run, another one. But I never thought there was a record. It was so many players that play, in Major League Baseball that I saw, like Eddie Murray, Mickey Mantle, all the sweeters. They can do it before me. So it was special, to get the 2 balls after the game. They put in scoreboard and said, wow, I did something that nobody did it before. And then when I got the 200 hits, 100 RBIs, 100 runs, hit 300, it's something it's hard to do. It's hard to do because right now in the American League, nobody has do it before yet. Just Roger Hornsby did it in the National League. And for me to do, to put that kind of record is something special. And I remember that record, it came out because the Cleveland gave me the opportunity to get out from the hospital. I was in the hospital for like 5 days with a bacteria in my leg. So I tell John Hart, please let me go down and play. I'm going to get a base hit and come back to the hospital. And he let me get out from the hospital, go get a bump for base hit, and come back to the hospital that night again. So it's something that I'm never going to forget about it. And when they show it in the scoreboard, that was another record. I just want to get the 200 hit. I don't even know that there was a record or something like that. I just want to get the 200 hit because to get 200 hit, not too many people do that in a year. So it was special. I remember, I don't know if you guys remember how we beat Randy Johnson. We got a meeting before the playoff game, that playoff game, and we say, let's do hit and runs, let's bomb the ball, let's make these people crazy. Like he get pissed off on us. And we had to play like that against Verlander. We had to play like that against the Detroit Tigers. We had to make these people make mistakes. We cannot be waiting for a home run because we are not a home run team. So we have to play the little things is going to be important for us to win.
You mentioned Randy Johnson there, and you guys had beaten him in Game 6 of the 1995 ALCS to advance to the World Series. Can you walk us through that moment? We've seen the clip a million times of Lofton still in second, third, and home all in the same play. What did that moment feel like to you? What was it like, that feeling in Seattle, in the Kingdom, to finally push through and know that you're going to the World Series? Can you describe it?
I'm telling you, it was hard. The first thing was it was so loud that we had to put plugging in the ear, because it was something amazing. And the second, we have a giant in the mound in there. The guy they're gonna try to beat us. He's gonna be a tough guy to beat. And then we had to win that game, because if we led this thing to win that game, it was gonna be hard to be in the Game 7. So it was a lot of pressure in there. But what I said before, we start talking, to each other. We say, Kenny, you need to steal base, you need to bunt. I don't care if you bunt 3 times, that night, but we need to get this guy crazy, going crazy. And that was one of my biggest games too. I got 3 for 3 that day. I hit a home run against him, so it's something that I'm never gonna forget about. But I'm gonna be working more with the Cleveland Indians. So if something gonna happen, they're gonna be announced. I'm gonna be more part of the team, in the minor leagues, in the big leagues, stuff like that. So because I really like what I see, and I want to be a part of that.
How do the players react to that? Do they like interacting with the older Indians? And
they love it. They love it because the experience that we have. You want to have somebody to tell you, I went through this. If I went, when I was going to first base, this happened to me. They need to know that. I'm a guy, I am not afraid. I'm going to say it to you. If you're doing something wrong, I'm going to say it to you. So they need that. They need that right now. They're very young. They got a lot of money, and you can lose your focus of what you are doing in here. And something that I talked to Chris Antonetti, I said, I want to go to the minor leagues and tell these guys, the opportunity they have right now. They have one good year, they're making so much money. But you need to know what you're going to do with that. You need to know that when you put your uniform on, you have to give 100% every day, and you have to take care of yourself to maintain, not just to get there, to maintain yourself in the buildings.
When you're working with these guys, do you explain to these guys what the attachment is in Cleveland with the fans and how important it is? Do you impart that on those players as well?
Yeah, we talk about that. We talk about that a lot. Guy, we got great communication. Kipniks, I say to this guy, he's gonna break all the records here for the second baseman. I'm telling you, because he's a good hitter. I like the way he takes care of himself. He's a great fielding guy, and this guy he got a lot of talent. So I said to him, last year I came in September for the last 4 days of the season, and I sit down with him and I say, I watch your numbers. You start really good, and the middle you start going down a little bit, and you got tired. So now you need to know for next year what you have to do. You have to rest a little bit more. You have to focus a little bit more. When you're getting, kind of tired, it's not just to swing hard. Just try to go to left field more, and try to make more contact, stuff like that. Because you have to know what it's gonna take for you to maintain yourself. To put in the numbers. And I said to him, I don't like to talk about myself, but if you go through my career, if you check when it was, I always start kind of slow at the beginning because of the cold weather, but then I got kind of hot, and I tried to maintain myself in there like that. So you have to know that.
It's been said that the hardest thing to do in sports is hit a baseball, major league fastball. Doing that, but you excelled on the left side of the plate and the right side of the plate. What do you contribute that to?
My father wanted me to be an everyday player. He said that to me since I grab it back. I want you to hit from both sides. You have to practice hard from both sides. Because if you practice one more than the other one, is something going to happen. It's not going to be the same. So he was very hard on me to be a switch hitter. So I give thanks to him, to doing that. And because when you face a big league pitcher here, you face some righties that are very tough. And I know that the guys that hit 300 from the right side against the righty, I have to go like this, because you're facing really really good pitching, and for you to become a great hitter like that, that's special.
Carlos, what have you been up to since you've retired?
Last year, I got invited to be in spring training. From that, something started coming out to me, and I said, wow, I would like to be in the field again. From here, I was one of the coaches for the national team in Puerto Rico. We went to home and we lost the last game against Cuba. From there, they asked me to be a manager in Puerto Rico. I managed the professional league in Puerto Rico this year for the first time, and then I got picked on Monday. I'm going back to Puerto Rico because I'm going to be one of the coaches for the baseball classic that is going to be playing down in Puerto Rico. So I've been now getting